Hey y'all, welcome back. Today I am so excited to share with you my springtime brightening makeup look. This is all about adding a warm, blooming effect to the skin that is easy to wear every day and it shouldn't take very long to complete. Let's get super cozy and get right into this video. I don't know which direction I want to go with my color products, so I have pulled some lip colors that I'm on the fence with. We're going to do a little try on, and I am going to let whatever lip color I want to use dictate how the rest of the look will go. First one I have is one I wore the other day, and I love this so much. This Girl Clean Fresh lip color range is so beautiful, and you can get these on sale for around $4.99 here in Canada. The shade I wore the other day was number 230 Sunny Days, and this is a really beautiful, it's almost like the color of my top. Let's take a look. So with this application, I am not going to go too precise. I just want to get the color on and take a look. And I really like the shade, but it's making my top almost warm, where this looks like quite a strong blue pink. I really love this for creating either a more subtle old true winter lipstick or doing something a little bit more pop color for a true old summer lipstick. So this can be a little too cool tone for what I want to go for this spring look. Let's remove this and try on the next color. There have been so many changes with my skin over the last week or so. I think it's where I am increasing my usage of retinoids. So I'm trying to use a gentle retinoid every 2 to 3 nights versus once a week. And my skin's having a little bit of dryness, and it's also like making my lip area a little bit more dry. So I have really been loving my MAC Lip Erase as a lip prep. The shade I have is Light Cool, so this does have a little bit more of a golden undertone to neutralize some of that cool blue color in my lips. And this is going to be like a flesh toned lip balm, and my lips are quite like a rosy mauve. Neutralizing it allows whatever color I apply on top to show up a little bit more truly. The next shade we're going to take a look at is the Bobbi Brown Luxe Lipstick in number 309 Pale Mauve. Love the color. It's almost like this more hybrid take of like a 1960s peach nude and like the 2008, 2010 Kim Kardashian more like pastel milky pink lip. I love both of those trends. I like this hybrid shade. This is almost like somewhere between like the old formula of like MAC Cream Cup and something like maybe like a peach stock or Japanese maple. But this is definitely not a shade I would refer to as a mauve because it doesn't have that desaturated, almost like purpley grayness to it. This is definitely pulling a little bit more pastel peach than it is mauve in my opinion. I like this. It's a contender. I might want to spice up with a lip liner, but let's try the other shades on and see what we get. Up next, I have a Huda Beauty cream lipstick in the shade Angel. I really love this. This is not too dissimilar from the Bobbi Brown Pale Mauve. This is slightly more desaturated. It has a little bit more of a grayness to it, which makes it feel slightly muted, whereas the Bobbi Brown Pale Mauve felt a little bit more pastel, like it had a little bit more of a white base. I really like this, and I think with my top, if I harmonize with the correct liner, it could work really well. So Huda Beauty is a strong contender. Let's try on one more shade. Too Faced Cocoa Bold Lipstick in the shade Chocolate Strawberry. Interesting, this is very similar to the last two shades we tried on. This feels even more of like a slightly lighter, more almost like a bridge between the two other shades. Like it's lighter and more milky than the shade from Huda Beauty, but it isn't as pastel as the shade from Bobbi Brown. Let's do a swatch comparison on my hand. So the first shade I'm going to do is the Bobbi Brown Pale Mauve, Huda Beauty Angel, and then Too Faced Chocolate Strawberry. On my hand versus my lip, Bobbi Brown definitely has a little bit more of that pinky mauve. It definitely does pull a little bit more of a mauve shade swatched on my hand compared to the other two. Although the shade from Too Faced Chocolate Strawberry, it definitely does veer into more of that more cosmetic rose mauve shade that we see a lot. I like that too, but I'm leaning towards the Huda Beauty. To patch up around my lips where I've been removing, I've got my beauty sponge. I'm going to pat. I'm going to take my concealer brush And then something I like to do is the brush I use to powder. That's gonna help me kind of set the border of my lip. And now I'm gonna use a little bit of my MAC lip erase. Reapply my Huda Beauty Angel lipstick. Before I go in and add my lip liner or lip gloss to complete the lip look, I want to leave the lips here where they are. So right now I've got this more pale, muted out, pinkish nude lip. And we're going to tie everything all together, but I want to put color on the rest of my face and figure out where I want to take things. And this can be something that we run into sometimes. And I find especially in spring, when I want my makeup to feel alive and vibrant or reflect the season that we're in, sometimes the shades I want to use don't necessarily feel like they go together up here. Let's figure out how to make everything work together. For my bronzer, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in the shade Bronze 03. These might be getting discontinued. If you can still find them, they're really beautiful. And this shade is slightly warmer than I would typically go for, but it does have a little bit of a ruddy tone, which I like. If you're unfamiliar with how my channel works, the start of every month, I do a new seasonal color palette makeup tutorial. And instead of creating something that is super prescriptive, like this month for April, it is warm or true spring. I'm going to show you how to create a look that reflects the seasonal analysis, seasonal color palette, but also how to modify things to make it work for any seasonal color. So like for me, I am a light summer, which means I am cool neutral. I have lower contrast, and I generally suit colors that have a lot more of a white or bright base to them. Think like Easter pastels. That is kind of like my wheelhouse of colors that I do best in. This bronzer is a bronzer I've been using a lot this month just to create harmony for these looks. I've really been enjoying it, but it is a little too warm for me. So I have been using it and then balancing it. So for me, I find this does really well when I just add nuances of it here and there. And this is where I'm going to really play with my color wheel and work with color theory. So this shade is going to pull a little bit warmer than what I can necessarily handle if I want things to look natural and cohesive. So I'm using a light hand. I keep working on my hand. So I want to build this up in very thin layers. And the reason I love doing things like this is I love seasonal color analysis, but I feel like things got way too prescriptive. You can find like different things across the internet and on social media where it's like, oh, you're this color palette, you shouldn't wear this. Okay, it's great. I love that we have these bases of colors and we can all find different things, but sometimes there's a color or a product that you want to wear. So let's figure out how to take something that might not necessarily for you and find a way to make it work for you. A lot of our makeup products has quite a bit of translucency, so we can shift them and make them work for a lot broader of a spectrum. The last blush, this is shade 01 Forget Me Not. This is definitely more of a highlight. This is a pale blue pastel highlight shade, and this is something I've shared in another video that I love. If you have something that's pulling too warm, too orange, this is going to help neutralize it. Think about when you are doing a blonde or a brown and it's pulling either too yellow, too orange. If you've got a brunette that's pulling too warm, too orange, you might use a blue corrective shampoo to tone things. That is what this pastel blue highlight's gonna do. So I'm gonna sweep it on the high points of my cheek where I want my highlight to be, and then I'm going to let it melt down, and that will neutralize anything I've left over. I'm gonna carry it, and then I'm gonna blend this in with the blush, which will make the other areas of the face tie in a lot more easily. For blush, I'm going to use the Gucci Luminous Matte Blush. This is the shade 01 Silky Rose. And keeping this light and bright, this is going to be like my spring bloom shade. I want to apply this nice and high. And where this is going to blend over my warmer bronzer, cooler highlight, and then my more neutral skin tone, it's going to give me a really beautiful multi-dimensional color that makes everything harmonize. And it's going to have that pinkiness that's going to tie in with my top, and I can use this to later go in and tie in with my lip color. Since this blush is more of like a satin matte, I'm going to run it over the high points just to tie everything together. And that just makes things feel so fresh and vibrant. NYX Line Loud Lip Pencil. This is the shade number 14, Trophy Life. I like how that lip liner shifted this lipstick. So now it definitely feels more in harmony with my top. Building up the shade a little bit more heavily and then rubbing my lips together, letting the color blend itself is giving it more of a lived-in look. You could use your finger. I'm gonna use a small brush just to drag the liner a little bit more. I wanna create more shape. I wanna keep the shape soft. And I want to angle my brush inwards a little, so that way it will push my lip liner color a little bit further in. And if you are going to overline like I'm pushing this upper cupid's bow and the lower lip, I'm pushing it quite far. So if I use a small flat brush like this, push it down, angle in, I can use this tip of the brush. I can use the tip of the brush to feel the vermilion border or the edge of my lip and work there to keep everything within a reasonable area. Take a little bit more of the lipstick just in the center. Love how that shifted everything together. For spring, I don't do a lot of eyes. We've got definition on the eyes and we've got color on the lips and the cheeks. So how do we tie our eyes in without feeling like too much? I generally focus on more of like your one and done or single eyeshadow all over the lid. I'm going to use a ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Mountain Lion. If for any reason this isn't available, this is more of like an off-white that shifts like a blue pink. There are so many different powder highlighters on the market with a similar shade if this is something that fascinates you. But anything that is going to pull a little bit more neutral on your skin tone will work really well for a look like this, where you are using different types of colors on your lips and cheeks and you just want something to harmonize and tie everything together and play into this brightness of spring. We want everything to look fresh. We want everything to almost have this like organic, blooming look to it. What I love about this shade is it's a neutral base that works really well for my coloring, but these multi-dimensional flecks shift blue, pink, green, depending on how the light hits it. So it's quite a chameleon shade that you can use with so many different looks. And with the color surrounding it, you can really shift it to focus different ways. I'm going to go back to my brush. I was applying the bronzer to my eye area, and I'm not going to apply more product. I'm going to use the residual product on the brush just to go through and add a little bit more depth and contrast. And the residual product on the brush is going to do all the lifting that we need on the lower lash line, focusing on the outer third and connecting upward. That way it's just going to help subtly pull things out and up to create a bigger, wider open look. For eyeliner, I want to keep things pretty light and fresh, so I'm going to use the Sephora 12-Hour Colorful Liner, number 15, Flirting Game. I want to scribble that loosely where I want it to be, and then I'm going to go with a small brush. This is a small angled brush. And I'm going to use this brush just to smudge it out a little bit. We don't have to make it perfect because we're going to go back and smudge it out a little bit more. And this shade is definitely more of a cool leaning brown. I like this shade, especially for someone like me who has more of a cool blue-green eye color, because it's going to help add contrast and brightness. That same angled brush, I'm going to take a little bit of my bronzer. This is going to soften the liner even more. It's going to help add softness as well as longevity. It's going to help tie things in even more. Recently, around my brows, with just changes from the season and different skincare products, I've been having a lot of dryness and it's kind of flaking skin in the brow area, which is not favorable. It's really hard to address during the day because it's going to mess everything up. So I found what works best for me now. And if you're someone who has dry skin, you notice like dry skin in the brows, a tinted brow gel can help smooth the look of things down. And it's going to help still provide a little bit of shape and color to your brows. And for day to day, this will work for a lot of people. If you're someone who needs a little bit more of a fill in, you can layer the product up. And sometimes, like say for instance here where my brows are a little bit more sparse, I will almost press and bounce. That way some some of the fiber from the wand will deposit onto the skin. I'm doing it lightly, so I'm not going to disturb the skin under. And this is one of my favorites. This is the e.l.f. Wow Brow in Taupe. I want to keep my lashes super simple. So L'Oreal Voluminous Original. This is in the shade number 900 Burgundy. Since this is not a waterproof formula, it can sometimes weigh down my lashes. So as soon as I apply a coat, before I go to the other side, I use my Revlon Lash and Brow Tool, and I am going to just comb through. This will remove any excess product, and I find it really helps to keep my lashes lifted, separated, and it minimizes my risk of transfer. This little comb is so wonderful. I've got so many different lash combs. Like here at my desk, I've got rounded ones. I have a traditional like comb style. There is something about the staggered plastic comb teeth that does such a beautiful job combing through mascara. Hair clips out. Let's finesse the hair. I just did a full like wash and style on my hair, my leg. And I wanted volume, but I think I went a little too like Austin Powers Fembot, which I'm not really upset with. There's a lot of volume. It will straighten out as I wear it, but I had fun, and this curtain bang is really, really lovely. Let's figure out my finishing touches. For my lips, I want to add a little bit of gloss, but nothing crazy, and I want to make them look a little bit more rosy. So one of my favorites, Almost Empty. This is the Lawless Forget the Filler Plumping Gloss in the shade Cherry Vanilla. I'm going to use the smaller brush and apply a little bit more of my blush. And then I'm going to go back to the larger brush and just diffuse. And then we are going to finish off with the fragrance. And recently I've really been enjoying Mugler Angel Nova. This is the Eau de Toilette version. This is discontinued. You can still find it on some retail sites. It lasts so well for an EDT. And compared to the EDP for me and my preferences, this is a little less intense. The original one, while it's beautiful, the Angel Nova Parfum can just be a little too intense for me. So this gives me that beautiful scent I like. It's a little bit fresher, a little bit lighter. It does what I want it to. And it really goes with the overall vibe and look that we created today. I want to finish off with just a little bit of a setting spray. So I'm going to use the MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to cover my eyes since I'm not using a waterproof. And now our spring brightening makeup is complete. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this. What has been your spring makeup? What are you doing with your everyday makeup to get you in the spring mood for warmer, bright, sunny days ahead? This is kind of my look, and I have got so much to share with you all at the end of the month. At the end of the month, I love to do a get ready with me recap, and we have so much to catch up on, and I will share with you more about what I'm doing with my makeup to take my look and get ready for these warm, bright, enlivening days ahead. So until we see each other again, I hope you're taking care of yourself wherever it is you are in the world, and I will see you later. Bye, y'all.